Thank you guys to those that took their time to watch, subscribe, and commented on our last week videos. I'm your boy Jesse.
And I'm Tosh.
We will jump into this game week 23 matches straight away. Well, what do you think about Bournemouth and West Ham?
Bournemouth and West Ham.
Yeah, Bournemouth and West Ham.
West Ham have only lost once in the last 5 games.
Yeah.
And Bournemouth have won none of their last 5 games. They have also allowed 18 goals in those 5 games. West Ham will definitely score. And Bournemouth attacking has also regressed. I don't think they'll score West Ham, given that West Ham have had 2 clean sheets in their last 2 games. So it will be 2-0 for West Ham.
In my case, West Ham have improved drastically. With their talisman gone, they have not been affected at all. But Bournemouth are struggling at the moment. They have been struggling for quite a while. So, following my gut, I think it will be a draw with a 1-1 scoreline. What about Wolves and Leicester City?
Leicester, since beating Man City, have not had a good run. They have had 4 losses in their last 5 games. So, Wolves are not good either. So, this is a game hard to predict. But I think Wolves will win 1-0 due to home advantage.
So, Leicester, they did beat Chelsea and City.
Yeah.
And but they lost to Cardiff and Southampton. Despite Southampton playing with the red card, right? Southampton played with the red card in the second half. But Wolves have beaten major teams like Tottenham and Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. But in their matches, there have been goals. They have scored. The Wolves have always been scoring. They are a good team to always score goals. And Leicester also, they have Vardy. They can score. My prediction for this match would be over 2.5 type of match. But my correct score it's 2-2. My correct score is 2-2.
I don't think Leicester will score this time round. So, what about Liverpool and Crystal Palace?
Liverpool are a strong team at home. They've only been scored 3 goals. And the goals have come from Arsenal, Man United, and Cardiff.
Yeah.
So, it is with this analogy that I pick Crystal Palace will also score. They'll be the 4th team to score. But Liverpool will still win the game. And Crystal Palace, you should also note that Crystal Palace have garnered more points away than they have garnered at home. So the match will end with the Liverpool score. Both teams will score, but Liverpool will win. Both teams will score, Liverpool will win. And my correct score will be 3-1.
Liverpool are very hard to crack at home.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, their defenders are really strong and they play in such a manner that it's hard to score. And I don't think the Crystal Palace attacking has that prowess.
But they're good away. They have scored so many goals away.
To other teams.
Despite Zaha being out of form.
Not to a defense like Liverpool. And Liverpool will win 2-0, I guess, this time round.
Now we're going to
Man United and Brighton.
Repeat again, Man United. Man United, it's at a great form. They are on fire. The guy is on fire. He made some incredible save last week against Tottenham. But Brighton are pretty good too, and they lost to Liverpool. The Liverpool was awarded a penalty which Salah scored, and despite that, Man U will still win this game. It will be a high-scoring match. It will be over 2.5, and you can say that it will end with a 3-1 scoreline. This time, Man U won't afford a clean sheet. It will end up with a 3-1 scoreline, but Man U will win, and it will be an over 2.5. So you can say Man United win and over 2.5 goals, or you can go for the riskier type of bet, which is a 3-1. scoreline?
Yeah, Brighton have let in less goals than Arsenal and Man United throughout the season. And they have a good defense, but I think Man U right now are playing with passion and a mentality that they're going into to score. So Brighton will not give too much opposition for them. So I think Man United will win 3-0.
Very well.
And I hate Man United, but I have to admit they'll win this time round.
We'll win until we reach top 3. We're
Never.
going for a top 3 spot. In our less dreams though. We have Newcastle and Cardiff.
A relegation battle.
Yeah.
They let in a lot of goals and they don't score. Newcastle have scored only I think 16, while Cardiff 19 in the whole of the season. So these are two teams that don't score. I think it will end up 0-0 or 1-0 to Newcastle due to home advantage.
Yeah, it's a hard to call game as Tosh has predicted. But Newcastle and Cardiff, are not playing well at the moment. However, Newcastle will win. Newcastle will come out with a win or a draw. But the best option will be Newcastle home win, which will end with it's a match that won't have many goals. It will end up with a 1-0. From my point of view, the match will end up with a 1-0.
Yeah, I also think the same.
So
Southampton and Everton.
we have Southampton and Everton. Everton are a terrible team. I find them to have potential, but they are a terrible team away. But Southampton have been picking up some points of late, right?
Yeah.
And they defeated Leicester City. Yeah. And with 10 men, considering what I said earlier. And they drew with Chelsea. It was a 0-0.
They parked the bus.
They did park the bus, but it worked, right? But the game, from my point of view, it seems will end up with a draw, but both teams will score. Southampton have been scoring, and Everton also have been scoring. So it will be both teams score, but it will end up with a draw, which will be 2-2 scoreline.
In a game such as this one, I usually base my analysis on the importance of the game to both teams. Southampton are trying to move out of the relegation zone, while Everton are a mid-table team. So Southampton will want to win this game more than Everton. And because Everton are not consistent, they have only shown like flashes of greatness. At times they beat a team, sometimes they play very weak. So I'll give Southampton the win 2-1.
Southampton will win from your point of view, but it will end up with a draw.
Yeah.
But you're about
2-1.
we're just about to see it will be a 2-2 scoreline. We have Watford and Burnley.
Burnley and Watford. Burnley have had 3 consecutive wins in the league. And basing on that, they are in a great form, so they expect to win even away. And we have seen Watford, they are depending on their best players, the likes of the Pereira, Doucouré and Olebas, but those players are not in their best form. So I don't think they win this game. I'm giving them a 1-1 draw.
Watford have been playing well. Burnley have picked up points. They have turned the tables. And also, fate is on their side. As identified against the game against Fulham. I watched that game and really at times you just wake up and you can't win a match. Fulham, they scored 2 own goals.
Yeah.
And they had so many chances that they could have drew that match, but it was just not their day. So this time round, I don't see any advantage for Burnley. I don't see any advantage for Burnley. So it will end up with a 1-0 score. Watford will win this game, and it will be a 1-0 scoreline.
I don't think. If Burnley does not score, then Watford will score an own goal.
They would, if it turns out that way, then Burnley, they have gone to a witch. They have just
Black
gone to a
magic.
witch. Black magic. Fulham scored 2 own goals in a span of 2 minutes.
Uh,
2 minutes.
yeah.
I was surprised.
Arsenal versus Chelsea.
Yeah, we have Arsenal and Chelsea. Arsenal needs to win this game. They have to win this game. They were defeated by West Ham. They have type of plays too slow. I also took the point of watching that match. I watch a lot of matches, so they need to include Ozil in this type of match to win. So my prediction, Chelsea being a consistent team, I can't say it's inconsistent. They are consistent, but they lack a scorer. They lack a scorer. So they are going to win against Chelsea. Arsenal will win against Chelsea with a 3-1 scoreline.
First, this is a derby. In a derby, it doesn't matter the form, or it's just the mentality and the style of play. I think Sarri's style is better than whatever Arsenal are playing. And Higuain maybe will be confirmed tomorrow, and on Saturday they will be in the game. So with that, they'll score, but due to an home advantage in the Arsenal Emirates, so it will end up 1-1.
I don't agree that Higuain can make any difference in EPL. He can't make any difference. These are just these players who were added. Morata was added to your team. He has done nothing. Totally done nothing.
Morata and Torres are in the same style of play.
These are just players. These are just players that are added to bring. They don't bring any type of.
Higuain is fast, and the way Chelsea
that beast
playing,
is fast.
Yeah, you have not seen him in AC Milan. No, that guy can run, and that guy.
2017, 2018.
He's faster than Morata. He's faster than Giroud.
He has not done anything this season. That's
but he had 36 goals. The last time they played using Sarri as the coach. So I think this time, even if he scores the least amount of goals, it will be maybe from 14 and above from now on. And he will start with Arsenal.
The problem with Chelsea, they depend on one player. It's happening now. They are just depending on Hazard. And when not Pogba, but Drogba was in your team, you also depended on Drogba, Lampard. You always depend on one.
At that time,
you are a one team type of guy.
But every team as a best player, they always play. They always build their match around that player. You see Barcelona's Messi, Real Madrid at
Barcelona, you can't
Cristiano. I say
every time.
They always depend on Messi most times.
But even without Messi, they still.
Real Madrid was depending on Cristiano most times. Now Juventus are building their style around Cristiano.
But money, we don't depend on anybody.
You are depending on Pogba. Right now,
my friend, we have Lukaku and Rashford. Pogba is a good player, but even though.
Okay, sir.
So we have Huddersfield and Man City.
Number 2 versus number 20. Man City will win this game by virtue of everything. Form, the type of play. It will be a 5-0 thrashing. A win for Man City.
Yeah, this is an easy match for Man City. The last leg they won 6-1. They scored 6 goals. But this time I don't think they will win with such a scoreline. At the moment, Huddersfield drew with Cardiff 0-0. And with this analogy, I can say that Man City will win, but they will win with a 2-0 scoreline. They won't score over 2.5 goals.
I think it will be 5-0.
They will just score 2 goals.
And somebody, maybe Aguero will score a hat-trick. Or will Aguero play?
I'm not sure. But the last time he was added in the 67 minute, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but they will win 5-0. Fulham Tottenham. I
don't think they will win with such a scoreline. So my prediction is 2-0, but the Man City will win. Tottenham lacks Harry Kane.
Yeah.
and Son, and Lucas Moura is also not fit enough to play, but we'll see about that. There's a 75% chance that he might play. And with this type of injuries and the lack of key players, I don't see Tottenham winning this game at all. And Fulham, the last time they played very well against Burnley, I said just luck was not on their side. They have massive chances to win that game, but I'm saying that they can nick a win here. They can Fulham. They can win against Tottenham. These are the type of matches I always try and see. They can win. I think they have the highest odds. This type of teams, I call them Reds.
That's the worst bet ever.
I call them Reds because if you place a larger amount of stake, maybe 5,000 shilling to Fulham, you'll end up with about 30,000 shillings. So this is what I call Reds. They are going to win this, but again, it can end up with a draw of 2-2. But my guts, my analysis says 2-2, a draw. But my guts is saying Fulham will win this match. They have Dele Alli. Yeah, you saw Dele Alli. Dele Alli is not someone who you can depend on. He plays for England. I see. It's not someone you can depend on. No.
Dele Alli, they've got a crop of players that are young, physical, and quick. The likes of Winks. Though Winks is not a good midfielder, you can't put him in the best of the best in the league, but he's there. And they also have a strong defense, yeah, so they're not letting goals.
They have Underwood, but they have Eriksen, but they just don't have Harry Kane and Son.
I don't think the injuries will affect the team that much. Probably in the number of goals they'll score, but they'll score eventually. So I think Tottenham will win this game 1-0.
Fulham will win this game, trust me, but it might end up in a draw. But if you're a risk taker like I am, you can say Fulham win. Now we have our fantasy.
Fantasy is tricky, but we also have those people who give points week in, week out. The likes of Salah, this Chelsea defender.
We have Pogba.
Pogba not yet.
Pogba's the last week he had a what? How do you call it? Assist. The other week he did nothing. The other week he scored 2 goals.
Inconsistent.
No, that's not
but
inconsistent.
The likes of David Luiz. David Luiz either gives an assist or a clean sheet. You can always depend on him. You can also depend on Salah. You can also depend on the likes of Aguero if he's included in the game. And the other Liverpool defenders, they'll always keep a clean sheet or give an assist.
So the best defense line for me will be this team of Newcastle. If you have Newcastle defenders that always play, you can put them as your defense because it will end up with a 1-0 scoreline. And you can also have Watford defenders, but in midfield you choose Man City, Liverpool, and Man U. You can choose them. And as for strikers, Rashford should be included, and who else? And Lacazette and Aubameyang for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Lacazette will score. And captaincy, Aubameyang. My captain will be the captaincy. I don't have Aubameyang on my team, but the best captain that you should give the band to is Aubameyang. He will score 2 goals. The match will end up with a 3-1 scoreline. And that 1 goal won't be Hazard. So Hazard should not be given the captaincy.
You see,
I don't see we score that one goal.
Chelsea will keep a clean sheet. So
Maybe Kante.
if you are thinking of having Arsenal strikers, you are lost. Those people will not score.
Okay, that's it, guys. We like, comment, share. We like to thank those that commented last week. Big up to this one guy, Odero. Odero, you really tried.
Yeah, two correct scores.
Yeah, 2 correct scores.
Man City and Wolves.
Big up.
Yeah.
Big up to you. Big up to you. As always, I'm Jesse.
And I'm Tosh. And see you next week.
See you next week.